My name is Alexia, and my presentation will be on 3D printing in France. So, to start off, what is 3D printing? 3D printing is part of a process called additive manufacturing. It's when an object is created using technology, adding layer by layer, and it allows designers to create complex parts for machines, airplanes, and cars for less cost and time than forging, molding, and sculpting. So, who is using 3D printing? Many industries are using 3D printing, such as manufacturing and automotive, for things like tooling and producing end use car parts. Healthcare and medicine uses it to make custom prosthetics and surgical tools. Construction is using it for experimenting with 3D printed houses and bridges. Also, consumer goods. Companies like Adidas and Nike use it for custom shoes. And you can also use it to produce jewelry, eyewear, and home goods. Also, education and research for STEM projects and teaching design and engineering. And lastly, individuals are using desktop 3D printers to create models, tools, and gadgets. So, where is 3D printing being used? Across France, many hospitals are establishing in house 3D printing platforms. It increases use in teaching hospitals for surgical planning and training. 3D printing is part of a daily practice of maxillofacial surgeons, stomatologists, and oral surgeons. And also, 3D printing is being used for trauma surgery and orthogenic surgery. So, why is 3D printing being used? Here I have a SWOT analysis. So, to start off with the strengths of 3D printing, it allows the production of custom made medical devices, anatomical models in various types of surgical simulators, and teaching surgery and training surgeons is also a strength. Design flexibility and customization is also a strength of 3D printing, as well as material efficiency. For the weaknesses of 3D printing, that would include that 3D printing can require the availability of high resolution medical imaging and professional software and hardware managed by trained technicians, and also local organizational changes. The opportunities would include growth, easier implementation, future research, and collaboration opportunities. And the threats of 3D printing would include risk of error, damaging patient care. So, when is 3D printing being used? 3D printing is being used in clinical practice. 3D printed models can be used for osteosynthetic plate conformation during all types of surgery. 3D printed models for plate conformation, 3D printed splints, cutting guides, and 3D printed plates all currently benefit from sufficient precision to be recommended in standard clinical use according to local availabilities. And 3D printing is also being used for dental implant placement. 3D printed placement guides printed using SLA can be recommended as an alternative to traditional approaches, with a preference for dental-borne guides. So, how can 3D printing help solve SDG issues? 3D print food products, which, if texture or shape modified, may enhance nutrition and quality of living of people with swallowing disabilities. 3D printing can also promote gender equity in the workforce. providing opportunities that women may previously not have had in manufacturing due to cultural barriers. Also, machines like RecycleBot are able to accompany 3D printers to recycle waste plastic into usable filament for 3D printing. And lastly, the ability to reduce waste and demand for raw resources through leaner manufacturing techniques is a clear advantage of 3D printing. Lastly, I have two truths and one lie for you guys to figure out. So the first one is 3D printing works by adding layers of material until an object is formed. Next is 3D printers can only print in one color. And lastly, some hospitals have in-house 3D printing labs to make custom surgical guides. So if you want, take a guess, comment down below which out of the three that you think is the lie. And here is my works cited from all the information that I just gave. And lastly, thank you to everybody who listened.